All right, everybody, what's going on, man? Y'all welcome to today's edition of SWAC Smoke. And we got a full house up in here today. We got DJ in the house. We got the big soldier, Jamie G, in the house. We got C Wells holding it down, man. You know it. You know something is up when DJ popping in, man. What's happening with y'all brothers, man? How y'all doing?
What's going on, family? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. What's happening?
What's going on, guys?
What's up in the gump, man? What's going on with you?
Oh man, just preparing for these young men to come in here this weekend.
Oh yeah, young men's on the way. Them big bad Braves coming to the gump. That's a defensive game right there, man. I don't know if anybody gonna be able to score, but that's a game right there. Man, let's run through some of these. What's happening, Los J? And who you going to see, man? Somebody running to a high school game in the area, man. Who playing? I know my high school ain't doing too well this year, man. We like 0-4, and we ain't scored but like 12 points all season, man. We down bad.
Field goals and the safety.
No, they were 2 touchdowns. And one in the second game and one last week, I think. Like Jesus, boys went all the way to Ocean Springs and got beat, man. Like, bro, see,
well, Ocean Springs has been a powerhouse in Mississippi, so
yeah, bro.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they even took that game.
Bro, I didn't know they was like that. I looked at the field and all of that. I was like, bro, these people for real. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
That's one of the say like the richer parts of the coast. So they put some money down there now, bro.
They got their man. When them schools get behind, they teams like that, man. You always gonna have something happen. But man, it's week 5, man. I mean, we're gonna talk about week 4 first, but week 5 coming up, so. I guess we go ahead, man. Crook in the house, and I know, he gonna have something to say.
Before we kick it out, man, special shout out to my father-in-law, Roger Lee, man. Happy birthday to you, my man, and go Tigers.
Hey, salute to the Libras, man. Hey, it's Libra season, so hey, that's a good. I don't even know, and that's a good man. Salute to Libras. If you're a Libra out there, I got mad love for you. What's up, Blue? What's going on? So, hey, I hope you have a blessed day, man. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this recap of week 4, man. Before we get into all the week 5 stuff. First, I'm gonna see if DJ, you got anything you want to put out there since you in the house, man. See if he come through.
Hello.
Yeah, I said you got anything you wanna put out there while you here?
No. I'm riding with the flow.
All right.
Man,
So
DJ,
go ahead.
DJ. I know what DJ. He got a couple of them guns he took to the Beehive last night in Louisiana, man, in New Orleans. I think he ride back with him, man. So.
I'll be settled in a second. We had a softball game tonight, man. What is it?
Any y'all go to that Beyonce concert, man? Me and my wife, we went. We really enjoyed it, man. Quite interesting what I seen, but
I done seen so many of them on Twitter and stuff, man. I feel like I've been to one already, bro. Everybody always got their stuff up there, but I can watch everybody and live vicariously, man, because I ain't been to a concert in God knows how long, but it's been a minute. But one of these days it's gonna happen. But man, we're gonna go ahead and start off with week 4. We're gonna kind of just share our thoughts on week 4, and then we'll go with the flow. Go ahead and get this game out the way, man. Valley, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Central put the beats on them without Davius Richard, bro. Valley is on hard times this season, man.
Yeah, they're down bad, man. I think the backup came in there had like 4 touchdowns, I believe. Am I correct?
Yeah, man. I think he threw for like 300. Man, he went ham, bro. So safe to say, at least in this game, they didn't miss the starting quarterback. Now, if they put 45 up with the backup, I don't even know what they would have put up with the starter.
Yeah,
but
man. It was rough on that. I hate it was I hate it wasn't televised because I actually wanted to kind of check out the game, kind of some of the highlights.
Yeah,
I tried.
Oh, go ahead. 'Cause he said he was gonna come. He was gonna ask about it. So let's go ahead and
I don't even know about them trials, man. We down bad at kicker, man. I mean,
hey, y'all had a kicker, bro. Y'all let him go. Y'all let him go, man. The man that hit a one, but now he could have still been at J State.
Wow, bro.
Yes, bro. He kicking now. Y'all kicker is an Indian, bro. Go get him, bro.
Yeah, we might need to go get him. We recruit him because, man, I kind of hate that we missed out on Luke, man, because Luke had the foot. But hey, man, probably Chokwe Lumumba might be out there kicking right now. I don't know. I don't know Mel Jackson. I don't know Kenneth Stokes. Somebody. Man, we down bad.
Hey, you remember Brian Reynolds?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that dude had a leg, bro. I'm sure he can still kick, man. Once you go ahead and get hollering him. Well, let's go ahead and talk about that game since we here, man. That was ugly, bro. I mean, a win is a win. A win is a win, but that was ugly, bro.
Yeah, it was very, very ugly. Shout out to Bethune, man. Bethune came out there. They battled, man, and it could have potentially won the game. So they did what they needed to do.
Yeah, they surprised me, but the defense played well. Their offense didn't really do nothing. I think they only like their fifth string quarterback, but I didn't really watch the game, so I can't really say what happened. But JSU seemed like they kept them in the game.
Yeah, man, that was a weird game, a really weird game. Jackson State strength was really the run, but they kept trying to force that pass, but it just wasn't working. A game like that, man, defense held us down. But some of them games like that, whatever worked, and you just win there to get out of there, man.
Oh yeah,
this bye week came at the right time, man, because Jackson State still got a lot of questions they got to answer.
Yeah, them bye weeks been hitting right this season, man. They coming at the right time. But Irv Mulligan, big game, man. That dude is nice, man. He's a great back.
Yes, sir.
Definitely running the ball well. Like you say, passing game wasn't there. Defense held it down. You get games like that from time to time, man. I kind of threw a little shade at Bethune because I got to give them props for holding up. But that special teams unit, man, that's got to be addressed. You can't have. I mean, I never heard of a team have all they do is be hurt at that spot, bro. That's crazy.
Weird. Yeah. But hey, a win is a win. Best is just to focus on this week and get better, and come out and hopefully get a good showing against A&M because they had a good showing against Pine Bluff.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game, bro. Mm-hmm. I ended up watching that whole game. That was a hell of a game. Pine Bluff really should have won that game, bro. They had some great chances to win that game.
Yeah, they messed up my SWAC smoke picking because I was right on everything except that game. I would have went undefeated this week. Look.
Yeah, let's get the Pine Bluff man thoughts on that game, man. What was your thoughts on the A&M Pine Bluff game, DJ?
I traded the entire time, man. That was a game where they had plenty of chances to win, plenty, and we just squandered it. I mean, shout out to Jamie G's Quincy Casey. He had a pretty decent bounce back game, but even then, we still, we was in that game. we fighting harder and harder. I mean, I see definitely improvement in the play from last season, but I mean, that's not enough. You in these games, you got a chance to win them. You got to win some of them. Like that's probably going to be one of your games. You got some tough opponents. You got them Southern Jaguars coming in. So,
Oh
I don't know.
yeah,
I just think it was
yeah,
a missed opportunity.
yeah. I feel like you said, at some point, them wins gotta come around. Playing close is fine, and getting almost there is cool. But eventually, you're gonna have to start capitalizing on the mistakes. After a while, it ain't gonna be, oh, look at Pine Bluff, man, they hanging around. It's gonna be like, damn, they can't win, So it's like you got to find a way to start to pull those games out, especially when they're there for you. You basically had control of the game and you let it go. But because Manor tried to give it to him, he tried to give it to him, man, faking punts and all that stuff, man.
I think they got a future with that quarterback, though. That quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's been named the starter for the rest of the season unless something happens. The kid can throw, and he could, he got good size too. Man, that kick, bro, that kick was by design, man. they say they didn't want to kick to Darnell Dees back there, man.
I ain't gonna touch that right now, man.
But hey, before we get too much into the jokes though, man, that was a good moment. I wish it had got publicized more. You know what I'm saying? Having a female kicking on the team. I mean, let's we can get our jokes in, but that was something that never happened before. So it's cool to have that have that history take place, and everything else can come after that. But I did want to salute that before we got too deep in the weeds. They're gonna be tough, man. They're gonna be a tough out. If you're not ready to play when you go up there, you're gonna get ambushed. And
I think they had the right offensive coordinator too, man. It just they utilized their tight ends pretty good in that game as well. I think one of their problems to me on the offensive side of the ball is being able to run the football. I think whenever they really get that down pat, they could be a potentially dangerous team because the boy Rico Dozier, man.
Oh, he a beast on that linebacker, bro.
Defense. He was everywhere in that game.
Hey, Necessary Roughness was a good movie too. when the boys pull up on that bus, boy. But yeah, I think they got some pieces, man. They dropping a lot of passes. The receiver's not really, consistent, but they making plays. They just have to continue to make those plays and find a way to start to capitalize and cut out some of the mistakes. They got a tough one coming Saturday. I'll talk about it later, but I'll wait. But let's go ahead and talk about that Alabama State FAMU game, DJ. What was your thoughts on that game?
Similar as the Pine Bluff game. I mean, FAMU pretty much was giving it to us. I ain't gonna say giving it to us. I felt like, I mean, of course, FAMU was the favorites, but on that night, we played just as well as they played for probably 90% of that game, 95% of that game. We just could not score. You know what I mean? We had the ball in position to score at least 5 or 6 times coming up, with nothing. So it wasn't that they were just light years ahead of us as far as, being better, but they made, a few more plays than we made. I mean, it sounds cliche, but that's the truth. If you watch the game, we just couldn't score. Simple as that. Same story. You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like the offense, I mean, not being able to cash in, but do you feel like the offense moved better this week? I mean, that was a tough defense.
Yeah, the offense definitely moved better. I mean, I feel like, the change of quarterback really put us in a better situation. There's some other things I feel like, that could be better that I reserve that for not on here. But
Yeah, I understand that.
Right. But I mean, I think we're going in the right direction, personnel wise on the field. So defense played good, offense played a lot better. FAMU they made, one more play than we made.
So we got a question from the chat. Did you see the distraction committee out there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a whole lot of Hornets. Honestly, got distracted.
so
Yeah, it
so
was deep.
so it's real, huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, that environment, man, second to none, man. Like one of our Caucasian football players came to me on the sideline. He said, "Man, this environment is amazing." You know what I'm saying? I said, "Yeah, it's different." I
That
mean, I think
like
everybody enjoyed it, huh?
that. No, I was gonna say that environment is probably because they right there on you. That's what Mumford should be, but we got that down track. You know what I'm saying? They keep you like 30 miles from the field. But they relentless, bro. They know they can get to you. They gonna get to you, and you
All
have to.
night long, all night. It don't matter if you a staff, a coach, whatever. They coming for you all night long.
Hey, brother, did they get on you?
Nah, they didn't bother me. I was only out there for the second half. So, I treated lightly. I ain't even turn around.
Yeah, that's the first rule of any kind of environment like that, bro. Do not turn around, bro, because you ain't got to say nothing. But if you turn around, you acknowledging them, man, and they that's when it really gonna pop off. But I think FAMU, man, they doing what they need to do. I don't think they played a complete great game yet, which is kind of scary. But I think they doing what they need to do, and until people can move the ball on their defense, they're gonna be they're gonna continue to win. I mean, it's kind of like JSU last year. The offense really ain't have to do nothing because the defense wasn't gonna let you score anything. It was a struggle for your offense to move the ball. So if your offense took a long time to get started, that was fine because the defense was controlling the game. And I think FAMU is playing defense really, 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 really well right now. Offense is up and down, but I think I think right now they're the team to beat. So everybody gonna have to give them their best shot, and hopefully maybe somebody knock them off, maybe not, but we'll see. But that was a game that, like I said, 23-10, not that far out of it. Sometimes games feel worse than they are when you look at the margin. But next game I want to touch on is Texas Southern and Grambling. Man, Grambling ran that ball. They ran the hell out of that ball,
Look
man.
really good on offense too.
Yeah, they play really well, man. Yeah, this is a good point. I think and I'm gonna say this from being at Southern. Sometimes the people who in charge of doing that kind of stuff, they get caught up in that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like your security people, man. Sometimes they don't really be on they top notch game. You know what I'm saying? They get caught up in the talking and they laughing and joking too. And sometimes that's that kind of stuff. Just it goes a little bit too far. But I think everybody need to kind of govern themselves. I think as a coach, you need to know where your guys at. Your leaders need to know where your guys at. They need to keep you guys locked in. And things like what happened Saturday, really should never happen anywhere. But it's hey, be careful out there, bro. They throw hands. But it's one of them things that you got to kind of govern yourself accordingly. But I back to the Grambling game, man. I think Grambling, like I said, I think they played well. I think they really took care of business. TSU didn't look too bad either. No, I think they starting to come around. I think
they just couldn't finish it. You know what I'm saying? I think Grambling did just enough on defense to hold them off, but I think Grambling, that offense is looking pretty legit. That boy Lyndon Rad showing out. You know, they have Miles Crawley playing wonderful. Look like he's the best quarterback right now in the SWAC.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and since you said that, man, you know, in the offseason, bro, I was throwing a lot of heat at that dude. I'm gonna give him his props right now. He playing well. As far as this point in the season, you know, I'm gonna give him his props. Because I was one of them main people who were leading the charge that, you know, he might not be, you know, what people think he is, but he getting it done right now. But I like I said, I like what Grambling doing offensively. That running game is clicking, man. That running game is clicking. The defense played pretty solid last week. That was one of their better defensive efforts. We'll see if they can keep that going. But TSU still got, you know, they still got some things to work out, but they got the talent, man. They just got to put it together. This rough start this rough start could hurt them, man. They, you know, they got to find a way to get back in the mix in conference.
Because it ain't looking too good. Because one more slip up, man, they could be up out of it, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, the margin for error is getting slimmer and slimmer, you know, and if they drop out early, because they still got FAMU coming up in a few weeks, that's gonna be a tough game, you know. Bethune-Cookman in Daytona might be treacherous. You know, if they drop another game, man, you know, you got to wonder what McKinney's status is going to be, because you know this season was supposed to be the year, and you know if it don't turn out that way, man, you know our eyes going to be on the coach. But you know, hot seats is heating up all over the country, all over the SWAC.
Yeah, Coach McKinney sitting on that heating pad right now. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like I say, man, two FBS games, man. I mean, y'all didn't heard me say it before. I don't like playing two FBS games, period, let alone back to back, man. I think that was just, you know, that was a killer, man. You had no chance to rebound from the Prairie View game. Then, you know, you played Toledo, which is a damn good team, and you don't have no chance to kind of get your footing again. You know, you get to play Rice, who've been hot lately.
Yep.
You know, so you basically got punched in the face twice with no chance to respond, and then you got to turn around and go on the road at Grambling, which is always a tough place to play. You know, you had to go up there in your first game back. You know, it's like that. You know, that don't. You know, the schedule did them no favors. That's why the Prairie View game was super important. Because that game, you know, at least if you could have won that game, it could have gave you some momentum. But whoever did that, man, don't schedule them games back to back again, man. That's rough on anybody.
Yeah, but they kind of really set themselves up to be 0-4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you put yourself right down. You know what I mean? It's like when you lose that first game, you already know you probably gonna lose the next two games, and then going on the road in conference play. That, you know, anything could happen. And now you sitting at 0-4, you know, you got Lincoln coming up, which we'll talk about in a little while. And then you got a bye week, which again, the bye week coming at the right time for everybody, man. And you come out the bye week, you got to go to Bethune-Cookman. So, you know, the schedule is not easy, man. I always said their schedule didn't really do them a lot of favors, but you know, they're gonna have to find a way to rebound, and quickly. But game of the day was Prairie View and Alcorn, man. Them boys went at it.
Yeah, good. Two teams, similar styles, man. They went at it, and man, sheesh.
So what you say? Them Panthers ain't let you down yet, man.
They ain't let me down yet, baby. Hey, Coach McDowell ain't let me down yet, man. But man, it's crazy, man. Like I would expect Alcorn to get that running game going, but they couldn't get it going. And then, you know, I kind of feel like if you can't get Agent Zero going, you got to get Duffy going somewhere too.
Somebody got to get going.
You got too much. You got a lot of weapons on offense, man. I don't know, ain't being utilized. I mean, Aaron Allen had a good day passing, you know. He finally had a good game, but I don't know, man. Alcorn can't get it together, man. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
it's been tough, man. Offensively, they just can't really find the rhythm, and the defense is, got the potential to be good. They had a rough start to the season, but the offense just really, really hadn't been there. And this week was a good week for them to get going, but Prairie View stopped the run big time. They held Alcorn under 100 yards running the ball, which that takes work. That take work to do. But that was a battle, man. And Alcorn seemed like they had a couple opportunities to get it done, but they just couldn't really make it happen. So they got a tough one, and we're gonna kind of move into that one. But I wanna touch on one comment. I'm not making no excuses for TSU. I'm just stating, but y'all did at least have Savannah State in between the two games. I don't like nobody playing two FBS games, but at least y'all had a home game against a winnable opponent in between them two games. And I mean, being able to come out and play them teams, you learn what you are really quick. But I just feel like they schedule did them no favors, and nobody playing them kind of schedules, man. I don't feel like doing no favors. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into week 5, man, and chop it up on that. We're gonna start off with Alabama State and Alcorn, man. What's your thoughts on that game?
Ooh, that's both of them teams coming in that environment, man. Alcorn looking for a win, Bama State looking for a win. But if Bama State can't get that offense going, man, Alcorn can come in there and potentially, get one in Montgomery. But it's gonna be rough, man. That's probably a scrappy game, man. It's probably gonna be one of them low scoring games too. I think the defense is gonna be the biggest highlight of these two. I don't think it's gonna be very much offense going on.
Yeah, I think everybody gonna have to buckle their chin strap extra tight, bro. This game, I feel like if anybody score 20, that's who winning. Because I think Alcorn offensively can get it done, but it's gonna take work against that Bama State defense because they don't give up much on the ground. They're pretty solid in the air defensively. And Alcorn is the same. Them two teams are similar defensively. I like to joke on games like that, bro. That game probably gonna be a 2.5-hour game, bro. I think both teams gonna try to run that ball until they can't run it no more. Out of those two teams, Bama State defense, I think is ranked higher because
Bama State defense.
Alcorn had they played Stephen F. Austin, who put up points on them. They played Southern Miss, who put up points and yards on them. So, Bama State hadn't really had that, but their defense is really, really good. I mean, they third in scoring defense, third in total defense, second in rushing defense, third in passing defense. Their defense is the truth. Let's get to Bama. Go ahead.
Right quick. What y'all think about that 3-3-5 defense? I've seen a lot of teams in the conference running 3-3-5 defense, but I kind of feel like the quarterback play isn't suitable for a 3-3-5 defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like if you can run the ball, man, you should be okay. I mean, linebacker play been pretty solid in the SWAC actually this season, and I feel like I feel like most teams are weak in the middle of the field on defense. The safeties don't really cover that well. Linebackers don't really cover that well. Tight ends, man, your tight ends. Everybody tight ends should have at least 5 or 6 touchdowns by the end of the season, because nobody covers tight ends, and that's because teams. I feel like there's not a lot of great cover safeties in the league, and a lot of linebackers don't cover well either. So, that's a defense that can, it can shut some things down, but it can be exploited too. But like you say, the quarterback play right now don't really take advantage of a lot of things. I feel like more people run it now than anything.
mean, I've been noticing it going around in the SWAC. I'm like, man, where this come from? You know what I'm saying? But it's effective if you got the personnel.
Yeah, and you know, like I mean, everybody. The SWAC is a man-to-man conference, bro. Everybody line up, everybody play man. If you can sit back in a zone, especially with the quarterback play this season, you're gonna be fine because I feel like and I ain't trying to really down too many quarterbacks, but I feel like 8 out of 12 quarterbacks in the league can hurt you if you run a zone defense because they don't have the patience to put the ball where it need to go. Some of them don't even have the accuracy to put it where it need to be, and the play calling don't really give you any advantages either. So I feel like if you can stop the run in this conference and force teams to throw the ball, your defense gonna be really good. And you see that with the top defense in the league. They all strong against the run, and they got secondaries that can make you pay for making mistakes. Let's see. DJ, you got anything you want to chime in on that topic, man? Why you here?
I just think we all pretty much heard the SWAC teleconference, and Coach Robertson talked about using 2 quarterbacks this week. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work out.
I feel like at this point, man, you need to go one or the other. You don't need to be juggling no more. You know what I mean? You either pick this guy and you take the good and the bad, or you pick this guy and you take the good and the bad, man. You 5 weeks into the season, I don't think you really need to be juggling quarterbacks no more. But I'm really surprised at the level of play of quarterbacks in this conference this year, man. I don't really think a lot of guys. I mean, there's a lot of young guys, and some of those guys are gonna get better. But right now, it hadn't been looking too good. I think a lot of us have been higher on our guys than we should have been. But we'll see how it turn out. Yeah, that's a good question. And DJ, I don't know if you could answer this. You might be able to kind of talk around it or whatever. Do you think the issue with the offense is the coordinator or the head coach kind of got his hands in the offense a little bit?
No comment.
Yeah, that's why I said it like that, because I know situations. So, but I sometimes I do feel like coaches impart they input sometimes where it don't need to be. But I really feel like they offensive coordinator really need a change at that spot, man, because that guy it's like it really hasn't gotten better. And if you watch their offense, bro, their offense have no rhythm at all. They just run plays, bro. Like they run plays like you let the computer pick the plays on Madden. You know what I'm saying? And you just call what they put on the screen. Like he just this down we going 3 wide. Direct snap to the running back. Oh, let's run that again. Like it ain't pick up no yard. Let's run that again. It's very predictable, and they got talent. Because I think Keyshawn Johnson, if not the best, he's one of the best receivers in the conference, bro. But they don't have nothing else really to go with him. And I'm really surprised they running game it hadn't been good. That's been a surprise. But speaking of teams that can't run the ball, let's talk Southern. Big game at Pine Bluff, man. I think Pine Bluff gonna try to ambush Southern, man. The last time we went up there, it wasn't pretty. And I think a lot of people smell blood in the water when it comes to Southern, man. So I think a lot of teams want to be the one to knock them on out. And I feel like Pine Bluff gonna really give Southern everything that they want, bro. Because I feel like right now, until Southern can run the football, I'ma always have questions about how this offense go, because you can't ask your quarterback to stand in the pocket and throw the ball 50 times a game with no threat of running the ball. and you wasting a good defense. Because I feel like I feel like defensively Southern can win this game on defense because I think Pine Bluff, they capable, but they still don't have the consistency on offense. So I think they can make a couple mistakes that Southern defense can take advantage of. But Southern can't score offensively. We've only scored 5 touchdowns all year. And we got the ball like 4 times inside the 20 against Alabama A&M, and we came out there with 10 points. That can't happen, bro. You know, that cannot happen. You have to be able to. That's where your running game come in. And I said this before. Honestly, I can't put a time on it when I remember Southern could not run the football. That has to change. You know, I mean, the offensive line, you know, they gotta improve. They hadn't really played up to par. The backs, you know, they're doing what they can do when they get a hole. But I don't, some of it is coaching, man. You got a guy like Garrett Quarles, man. I don't want to run him in between the tackles, bro. I mean, I know he can do it, but I want to get him on the edge, bro. You know, like he can catch the ball. Once you throw him more screens and stuff. I mean, Kendrick Grimes can catch the ball, man. The dude's like you can put him at receiver, he can make plays. Those guys need the ball in their hands, bro. You know, they need the ball in their hands. And he not able to do it right now. And it's frustrating, man.
You're going to have to find an offensive coordinator, too. Maybe that's the problem. You know, he's trying to do 2 jobs at one time.
That ain't gonna happen, man, because he one of them guys that feel like he can do it, and he has the ability, but like you said, man, as a head coach and OC, that's a lot on your plate. Especially when you coaching a team that got so many eyes on them. But he ain't gonna give it up at all. that ain't gonna happen. That I'll hit the lotto before that happens. But I think we got a good chance. DJ, what's your perspective on Pine Bluff coming in this game against Southern, man? You think they got a chance?
I think this game is the turning point for their season. I think we're going to see how they respond to Thursday. Playing against a very high-quality opponent. So I really don't have any thoughts per se on how it's going to go. I just feel like however it goes is going to, basically preview the rest of their year. This game right here. Because it's at home. I mean, you're back against the wall. The West still kind of, wide open. But
yeah, it's still everybody can win that.
Oh, yeah, it's far from over. It's far from over.
I think you lose this game, though. I just think it does something to a program that's already used to losing. There's not a program that's used to overcoming adversity. The last several years, they used to losing. There's some new pieces in that locker room, but, at the end of the day, it's still that program. So, I don't know. I think it's a big game. I'm excited for it. I really want them to come out with a dub. Sorry, C. Wells.
Hey, I understand. I understand. But we're gonna just put your Baton Rouge card on hold for a little while because of that. But I understand.
Yeah, y'all let P. White come down there, so I get a seat too.
Oh yeah, you good, man. Hey, you good. You always good. You know that. This is my last point on this game, because I don't really want to dwell on it too much. But this is a season turning game for both teams, I believe, man. Because for Southern, we got FAMU coming to Baton Rouge next week, and I don't think we got I don't know what kind of chance we got in that game. I don't even want to think about that right now. But you cannot go into that game off of a loss to Pine Bluff, and that's not a knock on Pine Bluff. That's just saying, as far as the team and the community, you know, that's a game that's gonna wreck everything. And you don't need no hot seat coach talk, fire the coach talk going into FAMU next week. And I'm not looking past Pine Bluff at all. But they need to win this game, man. They need to win this game. And there's zero pressure on Coach Hampton, man. He said it, man. He like, hey, we supposed to be where we at. You know, I mean, don't nobody expect nothing from them, man. And man, like I said, man, I look at Coach Hampton, man, and I see Coach Odom so much, bro. Not just because he looked like him, but he talked like him. He got a mentality like him, and he worked like him, man. I'm like, bro, did they clone him? It's like, you know, and I think if they can hold on to him and give him what he needs, Pablo's they're gonna be tough, man. They're gonna be in the mix because he already got them playing hard and he got them believing. You know, they just need to see them results, and that, you know, that's what the problem is. You know, if them results don't come, then our guys gonna continue to buy in. But he getting it done right now, and just to make a prediction, this game gonna be ugly, bro. It's gonna be ugly. I think Southern can score 24 points. I mean, we just scored like 4 points more each week, so we hit 20 last week. So I think we can hit 24 this week, and I think the defense will be enough to get us out of there because it's gonna be ugly, bro. I think we're gonna escape. I think they got a good chance. If they stay healthy, because you know the injury bug bite anybody, it's gonna change anything. But I think if they stay healthy and they continue to play the way they playing, especially on defense, they gonna have a good chance. I like FAMU matched up against anybody coming out the MEAC right now. They just got to get their running game back to what it was at the beginning of the season. And I know they can do it because they got 3 or 4 good backs. But hey, that you know, like I said, if Pine Bluff get any kind of momentum, bro, they gonna be tough, especially at home. And you know, everybody gonna have to start looking at them a little differently, especially if they win this game Saturday. I mean, I hope and pray that they don't, because I got to live in Baton Rouge. But you know, if they find a way to do it, you know, I would not be surprised. But I think we're gonna find a way to pull it out, man. We just gotta scratch and claw and take what we can take week in and week out. But because it don't get no easier from here on out for us. Got a couple homecomings on the schedule this week. Got Texas Southern playing Lincoln.
No,
Lincoln. I don't even know what to say about them, but that quarterback was TJ Goodwin, the kid that was at Valley. He's their starting quarterback now. They got shut out by Lamar last week, and Lamar is horrible. I don't really know what to make of those guys. I saw a highlight of how them scoring their first touchdown of the season, the first game. The dude did a 5-minute dance, and they lost the game like 37-7.
Dang. Oh wow.
Bro, hey, you remember the Hingham McCringleberry? he did a celebration, bro, for like 5 minutes, and them boys lost by 30.
Sheesh.
So, you know, for my TSU people, man, y'all just, you know, enjoy homecoming and please, bro, don't, you know, I don't want to be more nervous about Lincoln than I already am because we play them in 2 weeks. So, you know, I need to see them get knocked out the box and quick.
To be honest, man, I hate games like that because I feel like first that's not gonna be a good draw. You know what I'm saying? I know it's homecoming still, but I like that. I like to see some competitive of the game be competitive as well. You know what I'm saying? Not just one-sided blowout. In a game like that, does it make your team even better? A team like that.
Speaking from experience, nah, it don't really, bro, because you don't get any, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you really got, man, because in them kind of games, bro, you can not play good and still put up points, you know, or you can not play good and get the stops that you need. And especially in the middle of the season, that can give you a false sense of security going into another game, you know. But You know, TSU got a bye week coming up after this, so I think they need that momentum. I think they need that momentum big time. So they need that win going into the bye week. And yeah, I want to know what Lincoln getting paid, bro, because them folks is traveling across the country. They go to let me see what I gotta look it up again. They are like all over the country, bro. Them boys like the Harlem Globetrotters.
I know they can't be getting very much out of the SWAC for playing a game like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, for my health and safety, well, not safety, but for my mental health, I hope we do win, man, because I don't want to go into that FAMU game off of a loss, bro. I don't want to keep talking that into existence, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But and I don't want to dwell on Lincoln too long, but from Houston, they go to New Haven, Connecticut, and then they come to Southern, then they go to Tennessee State, then they go to Kennesaw State, then they go to Southern Utah, and then they go to Tallahassee. All without a bye week, bro. They have no bye week.
They play FAMU?
They play FAMU the last game of the season. They don't have a bye week, bro. They playing 11 games with no bye week, all on the road.
That's sad. That's really sad.
Bro, them dudes gonna be, oh man.
It should be like the conference should outlaw that. You know what I'm saying? It should be like, God, come on, we know we can't play. I mean, y'all know y'all ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? They ought to outlaw games like that because that's not. It really don't benefit them. Those type of schools. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to try to be in that, establish a conference for their own self, man. Because playing HBCU, it ain't. It's more hurting than anything.
Yeah, and they athletic department because they whole athletic department are only like 3 or 4 years old. Mm-hmm. They got people putting money in it. I know Garrett Payton was associated with their basketball program at one point. They got people putting money in it, but Jesus Christ, bro, that's so much traveling, bro. I feel bad for them dudes, bro. And you don't, you're not getting any results. I think it gotta be tough to keep guys together like that. But anyway, moving on from that game, man. I'm assuming everybody think TSU gonna win that game. I don't believe anybody in here is a Lincoln fan, so I think we all can say TSU on that game. The other homecoming game we got is the Bulldogs, Alabama, and them against Tuskegee. That's a Bama matchup. What
should be a good one too.
Yeah, I think Manor gonna be, bro. He got to get out his own way, man. He got to get out his own way. He done fell in love with fake punts, and it's killing him.
Tuskegee is 4-0.
Yeah, they playing well. I looked at what they've been doing, man. They been finding ways to win games, and they're gonna be fired up coming into this game.
Yep. I'm afraid for A&M, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I think that's a dangerous homecoming opponent, bro. That's they kind of approach them games like Miles do, bro. They come in there and they feel like they can win. They're not coming in there to play. They coming in there to win. If Manor lose that game, bro, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
This is AD done for.
And I
will say that.
And I know a lot of A&M people said, he's safe, but if he lose that game on homecoming, and I think the game might be sold out. I think I saw it was sold out. So if you have a sellout crowd and you lose to Tuskegee, Tuskegee is not easy. That's not an easy game. But if you lose that game on homecoming, man, it's not gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty. And that game on HBCU Go. So the whole HBCU world gonna be watching. It's like you can't let that game slip through your fingers. That cannot happen. But I think the Bulldogs will win, but I think A&M gonna give them. I mean, I think Tuskegee gonna give them everything they want. Because
I'll wait for my pick on that. I gotta really think about that one because it's a potential. It could be a potential loss.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't set in stone now. That's a good question, bro. SWAC game. You think his homecoming though, so I think he's gonna try to win that one because I mean you can't lose homecoming. That's just a no-go. But as long as he don't be barking, I think keep Manor from talking noise, and I think A&M got a good shot, bro. Because the minute he start talking, everything go wrong. So just keep him from talking noise, and I think he'll be good. Valley got a tough test against FAMU. Valley got new field this year. I can't remember.
Tough.
It is tough, bro.
Tough.
That's a tough matchup for Valley, man.
I mean, I'm gonna say. I thought you were talking about for FAMU at first.
No, I say for Valley.
I'm gonna say, man, Valley. If they don't put, I'll be disappointed. They don't put 50 on Valley, bro.
Bro, I wonder if Valley even gonna score, bro. They got a new field this year.
Yeah, to be honest, I wonder if Valley gonna even show up.
It's a home game, bro. They gotta.
They might not show up to their own home game. This one, man.
But
they gotta come in and play because FAMU definitely gotta win because they go to Baton Rouge the next week, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they gotta play it, which that game looks really interesting. I like that matchup in Baton Rouge. But
gonna win.
Yeah.
Hey, Lowe's J, he's still talking to some of them distraction committee people. So don't. He probably busy right now. Because I warned him about them before the game. He said he was gonna be good, and I think they might have got to him. We had to see because he been pretty quiet lately. But I think they kind of got to him. But I just want Valley to score, bro. If Valley could score, that's a win. Cause they done had a rough couple weeks, bro. That Central State loss hurts, bro. That Central State loss hurt, man. Cause that was their only winnable game at this point in the season, and Delta State put the beats on them. Central did what they needed to do. And now they gotta play FAMU, bro. Valley be having hard schedules, bro. Hey, Coach Wade, bro, keep your head up, man. Keep everybody engaged. Keep doing what you were doing before the season, bro, because you gonna need it, man. You gonna have to really keep selling what you're doing, because people, the season is started. Because I said it week in and week out, bro. I love what Valley was doing before the season started. It's football season now, bro. Y'all got to make something happen, man. Y'all got to start getting that toughness back at least. Mm-hmm. So, but
I know what they need to do. They don't want to hear
it. That ain't ready. You what? What they need? Let me see if I'm thinking what you're thinking. They need to move.
They just need to move to Division 2
and play well.
And they just play a few years of Division 2.
Bro, Delta State is D2, bro. Central State is D2. They already 0-2, bro.
They might as well just be in D2. I mean, I'm just being real. First of all, I mean, you had the number of students and everything. It's really D2, bro. It's really they like D2 in the.
I mean, really, bro. Valley always been, one hand behind their back for the longest. Valley biggest problem this season, and I can't, their biggest problem this season, they just can't move the ball. You know, they playing multiple quarterbacks. They playing a ton of running backs. Nothing's working, man. They just can't. They just can't. They just can't change it. What if? And we got one game to cover, but I want to ask this question, because you know, Los J just stated, what if they move? Who's gonna take their place? What if Delta State take their place? Y'all want to Oakland? You're in the same area.
That would be a great conference opponent. You know what I'm saying? They might could possibly win the SWAC.
They got
come in. It's a possibility.
They're gonna make you shake. They're gonna make everybody shape up.
Mm-hmm.
Should they drop them if they don't beat Valley by more than 21? It depends. It really depends. I always, you know, we joking and everything, but Valley always find a way to make things interesting at home. Now I don't know if they could do it now with a new field, but you know, sometimes crazy things happen when you go up there. You know, you be a really good team and they be a bad team, and some kind of way you win 17-14. You know, you need 2 late touchdowns to beat them. You know, it's like I don't know. It depends on how teams that are ranked near FAMU play. If Central beat Campbell and Tennessee State beat UT Martin, which they like a 20-something point underdog, if either one of them teams win the game, then yeah, if FAMU don't look great against Valley, then yeah, they're gonna jump them. But you know, I think FAMU is up to them with how this game gonna go, because I feel like Valley just gonna, you know, just take the punches and go.
Mm-hmm.
But we got one last game to cover. I think we covered everybody. And that's the State Fair Classic. Big game, man. This is a big game. Big game. I know you rocking with the Panthers, right?
I might as well. Bubba ain't let me down yet, man. We're gonna rock with him, man. They ain't let me down yet. So, but this is gonna be a tough matchup for PV because, man, Grambling coming in this game looking pretty good on offense. You know that the defense for me kind of taking a step back a little slightly. I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna be able to pull it off. The defense not really playing that great. But hey, it's. I guess you just got to focus on not that outside distractions and just go in and play football. Maybe they could possibly come out there with a win. I don't know. It gets so much going on with the State Fair.
I'll say this: Prairie View then gave up points all over the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they gave up 20 to Alcorn. That's not a whole lot of points, but you know they've been struggling against the pass. So that bodes well for Grambling because Prairie View pass defense ain't been that good. But Prairie View's offense has been up to the challenge. And I feel like this is going to be one of them games where both teams score. I think whoever got the ball last probably going to win. And Prairie View then won 2 games on late field goals at the end of the game. So why not? why change now? But DJ, you got any thoughts on Grambling and Prairie View? I know you're a Grambling man sometime.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a Miles Crowley fan, but for the sake of this game, I'm with Jamie G. I'm almost afraid to go against PV simply because I hadn't seen Grambling really play a complete dominant football game.
Mm-hmm.
They've been, even on offense, as well as Crowley is playing, he's still not playing, you know, because I look at completion percentage. You know, he completing sometimes under 50%. He's not turning the ball over, but you know they missing passes and stuff like that. So I think PV got probably a more complete team at this point. So I gotta go with PV, but I'm rooting for Grambling.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I'm I love Gramblin's offense, man. I love a lot of the players they got on the on their side of the ball that's very explosive. But Prairie View been finding a way every week, man. And if they win this game, Prairie View gonna be 3-0 in the conference and 3-0 in the division. That's big. That's big. And they could, this. I'm not saying that they win it, they could wrap it up now because there's still a ton of football left. But to be 3-0 in a division, bro, I think that carries a lot of weight. And Grambling ain't won this game in a long time. It's been like 5 or 6 years. So can they do it? I think they got a chance, but I'm going with Prairie View too, man. I think the Panthers gonna win this game. I think they're gonna find a way to win it. That's what they do. I think they find a way to win it. But if Prairie View can keep doing what they're doing, they gonna have a good chance. But Grambling, if they can get that magic on offense, it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be like 34-31 or something like that, bro. I think it's gonna be a really back and forth affair. That game need to be. Is the game televised? That game not televised.
I thought it was on ESPN Plus.
I thought it was, but I don't see nothing listed. That game need to be televised, bro.
It might be on HBCU Go. It might be a doubleheader.
I hope it's televised, bro. Cause that's a game to watch. That's a game to watch. I might need something. I might need something to watch later. Because if I get upset, I might need something to watch. All right, it's on ESPN Plus because the SWAC website ain't listed, and I'm like, that game gotta be televised. But I might need something to watch later. So I'm glad because that game always needs to be. And I can respect that. I can respect that. Grambling, they really haven't. They should have beat Hampton, but they couldn't stop the run. And like I said, last week they played good on run defense, but they gave up a lot of yards to Florida Memorial on the ground. I can't let that go. You could say we had a short field, our offense ain't move the ball, but your defense not supposed to give up yardage to Florida Memorial, bro. Like they're not supposed to score 20 points on you. That's not supposed to happen. So until I just think both teams defensively they just haven't found it yet. They need to find a way to make a play, and they need to find a way to consistently do some things. And the winner, like I said, the winner gonna be in good shape. But if Prairie View win, they're gonna be in really good shape. So that's kind of why I'm looking at them, because they can take a good hold on this thing, at least for a minute. But they play Valley next weekend, they ain't beat Valley.
They ain't beat too well against Valley.
But I think that's gonna
shake back then.
I think that's gonna change this year.
Yeah.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Before we get out, turnovers is a key. Turnovers are a key. You got to take care of the ball, man. That just has to be a key factor in this game. Man, hey, bro, I'm gonna say this, and I think Crook a JSU person, bro. He always be around y'all, bro.
Oh no, man! Hey, Crook wants to be. He come on, man. Man, we got all kind of different people we associate with, man. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up. DJ, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, not really. Go Brian Juice Jenkins. Everybody.
Oh yeah, that man playing well, man. I think he's primed for a big game, man. I think he's gonna have him a nice breakout game at some point. He had a pretty solid game last week, but I think his time is coming. Your team is off this week, Jamie G, but
yeah, glad they off too. Ain't lying. They need to be off.
but what like I said, we kind of ran through the games and we kind of basically said the Prairie View game is kind of like the game of the week. But out of the games on the schedule before we got out here, is there any game you think might be like a underrated game of the week, or like a game that might be one that people should look at more closely?
I think probably that Southern and UAPB are definitely gonna be one to definitely check out, and also that Alcorn State and Alabama State. I think that's gonna be a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's gonna be a great game. Bro, we barely beat bye week last week, so hopefully y'all can put more points on them, because we struggled against bye week, bro. We turned the ball over like 3 times, but we made it out. I think that Alcorn Alabama State game, bro, I think that's gonna be a physical game, bro. If you like defense, that's gonna be the game for you, bro. I think if you like hard nosed, good hitting defense, and you don't really care too much about offense, I think that's gonna be the game for you. So first team to 20 wins. But that's gonna do it for us, man. About to get on up out of here. Got the weekend coming up, man, getting ready for everything. So man, y'all stay with us, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and keep rocking with us, and we'll be back next week with another edition of SWAC Smoke.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care, man. Have a good weekend, and hey, enjoy these games.
That's right. I don't say this too often, but go Panthers.
They ain't let me down yet.